Peace, peace, spiritual girlies. It is your favorite spiritual girly, Natasha, here with the Spiritual Girly Covenant, okay? And today is Wednesday, and we are doing our weekly reading. You already know. And what's so magical about this specific reading is that it's on the Taurus full moon, okay? So we getting ready to get into it. But first and foremost, I definitely want to say thank you so much for tuning into this video. Thank you so much for supporting the things that I do. And thank you to the new spiritual girlies who recently joined the Spiritual Girly Covenant group. I really, really do appreciate. So gratitude and much love to all of you guys. But without further ado, honey, okay, it is a Taurus full moon. We are literally pre-shadow phase Mercury retrograde. So there's a lot happening that we cannot see in the ethers. However, it is playing out in the physical. So y'all know that I'm simply a bridge between heaven and earth. I've been gifted, okay, with the ability, with the powers to decrypt and decode messages from the benevolent universe, from divine sacred source energy, from the great mother and father, Ashe. And yeah, so I'm here with our weekly reading. Now, I did take a couple notes. Okay, I took a couple notes because I'm like, I had so much that I wanted to discuss, and I just didn't want to forget, or I didn't want to mess up, and I wanted to be very clear. I feel like with this Taurus full moon, it has me in my very organizational bag, okay? So this is my Spiritual Girly Covenant group notebook, okay, where I keep my notes. So, first of all, we got November 5th, 2025, okay? That is a 7-day vibration. If you are into numerology, then you would just simply add November, which is the 11th month, the 5th day, and the year, 2025, which turned out to be 16, and then you reduce it. You go 6 plus 1 is 7. So that's a 7 energy. So we're dealing with wealth and abundance here, okay? Again, it's November. Why wouldn't it be? New money, new anointings, Ashe, new opportunities, okay? New doors, Ashe. So the full moon in Taurus, y'all, we know it's a fixed sign, okay? We know it's a fixed sign that is ruled by Venus. My middle son is a Taurus sun, so I am in connection and interaction with this energy daily, Ashe. So it's ruled by Venus, okay? This energy brings a sense of concern. So if lately you've been thinking about your security, your sense of value, your comfort level, and just like your material world in general, then you're right on the money. Because Taurus will make you do that. It will make you think about your life, the structure, the foundation, the why, all of those things. So full moons now, you got to think about the full moon energy. So that was a little breakdown of the Taurus energy. We got the full moon energy. We know, spiritual girlies, that the full moon symbolizes, or it illuminates what's ready to be released and what is ready to be seen. So if you have not yet been releasing, full moons are a great way to energetically release and detach from things that are not serving you, sis. I'm telling you, let it go. It's a perfect time. Okay? So together, right, the energy of the moon and the Taurus energy, right? This energy invites anchoring what lasts, okay? And not chasing things that are unfulfilling or fleeting, to say the least, okay? You want to focus on what is actually tangible, but not just tangible, valuable and resourceful for your new and higher timeline, okay? Everything has to make sense. Everything has to have value or hold value or be of valuable for you at this time, spiritual girlies. We ain't got time to play. We're not dealing with things that are not reciprocating, loving, nurturing, abundant energy. Ashe. So at this time, what I would want you spiritual girlies to do is ask yourself, what is pleasurable and what is authentic? Right now in your life, what is pleasurable and what is authentic to you? Because again, in this newer timeline, baby, it's all about authenticity. It's all about transparency. It's all about showing up as your authentic self, embodying your soul, your spirit way before the world imprinted on it and told you who you should be and what you should do. Also, consider what is valuable to you. What do you consider as value? What holds value for you? Also, what gives you security? Okay? Especially in these times of uncertainty. What helps keep you grounded? What helps make you feel safe right now? Because we are living in these times that things aren't so calculated, right? It's a lot going on. So a lot of us can feel like we have no foundation, no footing, no grounding, no security, but we do. So you just have to figure out what helps you feel secure and comfortable right now in this moment. You also have to consider that the moon is very comfortable in the sign of Taurus. So this energy is strong. The moon is exalted in Taurus. It's his home, baby. The moon is doing what she came to do in this sign. So if you are feeling it, shout out to the Taurus full moon. Because, baby, she's here, she's alive, and she's well. Ashe. So don't forget, too, we're in that pre-shadow Mercury retrograde phase. Right. Mercury retrograde starts in about 3-4 days, baby, but the energy is here. I know for me personally, I've been feeling it heavy, heavy, heavy. So we also got that going on, okay? And we know that Mercury rules communication as well as telecommunication, technology. It rules travel, okay? It rules your mental energy. Okay, the mental, cerebral energy that you use. It also rules contracts, so deals being made, things of plans, okay? And it rules time or organizational structure. So, baby, between the Taurus energy, the full moon energy, and this pre-shadow Mercury retrograde, baby, don't be fooled at how you feel like you're ready to get things going but rest at the same time. It's almost like an opposing energy, sort of. But it's not really opposing because, again, the moon is very comfortable in the sign of Taurus. It's very comfortable here. So, again, if you are feeling like you're being pulled in many different directions, okay, my advice would be to silence the noise and spend some time in solitude. Okay. So, however, when retrograde, of course, we know that Mercury, okay, rules all of those things. However, when it's in retrograde, we know that it moves backwards. Okay. It has its backward motion. Okay. And this is the universe's way of asking us to slow down, especially us Americans. Okay. We know that in the land of America, we love to go, go, go. Everything is now, now, now. Everything is go, go, go. Everything is, oh my God, look at the time. The time is flying, X, Y, and Z. However, when Mercury is retrograde, this is literally the universe giving you the permission to slow down, sis. Slow your roll, okay? Use this time to reflect. Use this time to honor your intuition, to listen to your intuition, to listen to what your womb is saying to you, okay? So it's also the universe's way of inviting us to clear out any stagnant energy, to clear out energy that is not useful or is not yours. It's also a time or an invitation, a cosmic invitation, right? For you to reanalyze your life. Rejuvenate and reevaluate how you even communicate, whether that's face-to-face, whether that's digitally. Reevaluate how you communicate. Is it clear? Is it honest? Is it even you? Is it authentic? Okay? Is it valuable what you're even communicating? If it ain't, shut the hell up. Be quiet, okay? So, also, it's also the universe's way of saying, hey, rewrite your narrative. Rewrite your story. If you don't like who you are, if you don't like the way that things are going right now, this is your opportunity to be like, pause. Baby, we got to redo this. We got to do it a better way. We got to do it a different way. We got to do it a more efficient way, a more resourceful way, whatever it is. Reevaluate how you communicate and rewrite your narrative, okay? You also want to get back to your why. It is a great time. Mercury retrograde is a great time to get back to your why and reflect on your alignment and your assignment, okay? We weren't sent here just to be pretty faces. We weren't sent here just to, just to take upon a skin suit that came with a pre-written story or narrative. Okay, we were actually sent here with a purpose. We were sent here with power. We were sent here with a spiritual soul assignment specifically. Okay, whatever that may be for you, but you need to reflect on your alignment and your assignment. Okay, you also want to reorganize your systems at this time. Something ain't working for you. Something is not working for you. You've been doing it for so long out of autonomy, out of autopilot. You've been doing it just out of repetition. You've been doing it because it's been passed down from generation to generation. Baby, it's not working. It is time for you to literally reorganize your systems to make them more efficient and make them work for you and the things that you got going on. Also, during this Mercury retrograde timing, you want to reconnect with your higher self. Okay, so Mercury retrograde is an amazing time to reconnect with your highest self, okay? To but just tap back into that. You know what I mean? Because we know sometimes living in this physical construct, living in this physical matrix, we can get lost behind the roles that we play. But we all have a higher calling. We all have a higher purpose, and we need to be reminded of that. And Mercury retrograde allows for us to be reminded of that, okay? So I have a couple tips for you guys during this full moon in Taurus energy, along with this pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. Okay, again, it's a lot of energy going on. It's a lot of things going on energetically behind the scenes, but it's useful energy. Ashe, all energy can be transmuted and alchemized to benefit us, okay? So a couple tips during this time: journal, script, write. This is a form of communication, but you need to journal, you need to script, you need to write. When was the last time you scripted? When was the last time you actually cracked open your journal and wrote? Okay? Take a spiritual bath. Y'all know I create my own healing and spiritual tools and modalities, as well as skincare products at Naturally You Cosmetics. Y'all know I got that good energy cleanse bath soak. Okay? You need to take you a spiritual bath. As a high priestess, as a spiritual girlie, as a divine goddess, or a representation of divine feminine energy, we have to cleanse our energy regularly, okay? So more than just smudging, okay? More than just saging, baby, you need to hop in some water full of rose petals, herbs, essential oils. All of the divine great mother's goodness needs to be in your water. Ashe, so take a spiritual bath to cleanse out any energy, call your power back. Ashe, you want to ground. This is the most simplest, journal and grounding are like the most simplest ways to kind of slow down and be and harness and embody, what it is that you need to. Grounding, okay? Last but not least, another tip for me is rest. If you're being called to rest, especially my Black and brown women, y'all need to rest. Spiritual girlies. Listen, it is not our duty to carry the world. It is not our duty to save the world. It is not our duty to constantly emit powerful magical frequencies into a world that is very ungrateful that we are here. Okay? So rest. If your body is saying rest, sis, I'm going to need you to rest. Honor it. Ashe? And before I close out, I wrote an affirmation, and I want you guys to affirm with me, okay? I trust being slowed down. Every delay is divine protection, okay? I trust being slowed down because every delay is divine protection. Look at my notes. So I hope that this energy reading, what I had to share with you guys, assist you under this full moon, under this pre-shadow phase, under this Taurus energy, I hope it assists you and helps bring you some sort of like relief. If you didn't know what was going on, if you felt like your energy was just like sporadic, or, you know, 1 minute you want to rest, 1 minute you want to attack your to-do list, listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. But again, it's great energy. It's good energy that is useful. Okay. Now, before I close our weekly reading out, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card. Divine Sacred Source Energy. We know that you like to speak to us through signs, symbols, and synchronicities, Ashe. So we ask benevolent side of the universe, what is it that the Spiritual Girlie collectives need to know or could use for confirmation or for clarity? See the bigger picture. We're closing out this reading with the Great Mother, with divine sacred source energy, with spirit, that benevolent energy that exists. It's saying, see the bigger picture. All of the things that we discussed, all the tips that I shared with you, all of the energetic signatures that I just laid out to you when it comes to Taurus and the full moon and the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde phase, it's a bigger picture to it. Okay? There is a bigger picture happening here. And a lot of things that are energetically happening, we cannot see because it is in our spiritual world. So it plays out in our physical world, okay? But we do have a say. We do have the power to co-create. We do have the power to reassign, realign, okay? And become that higher divine being that we were called to do. There's a bigger picture for you, for me, for the Spiritual Girlie collective, for the entire world. There's a bigger picture at play. Okay, and it's all spiritual. So honor your spiritual body. Understand that different phases, different planetary alignments, different planetary frequencies and vibrations, they all assist us in the bigger picture. So whatever that bigger picture may be for you, just know that that bigger picture even has a bigger picture. So it's not just our everyday, regimen row, our daily routines, no, there is a bigger picture at play here. So keep that in mind. Ashe. I love you, Spiritual Girlies. Thank you.